Hi guys, Ibrahim Yusuf here. In this video, I just want to talk about 6 common mistakes that we found that most brands make with their welcome email sequence, right? So, a welcome email sequence is that email that you've sent to your new subscribers that probably opted in uh, into your email list, probably through a pop-up on your website. You drive them from different parts of the internet, probably through Facebook ad, Google ads, or they just came organically, but they opted in organically into your email list. So these are the kind of email that you first send to them that it helps you build that know, like, and trust factor, build that bond with them to for them to actually trust your brand enough to actually pull the trigger of buying your product. So, however, these email are very profitable because the uh, uh, emails one of the emails flows that gives the highest return on investments when it comes to the convert better and all that. So it is very important you have this email in your welcome email in your email marketing strategy. So, however, there are some common mistake we found from different brands that are making them lose a lot of money that should be in their bank. And this is what I just want to talk about briefly in this video. And I'll be talking about 6 of those mistakes. And number one of those mistakes is not having enough follow up, right? Um, Most brands will just have like 1 to 3 emails, and after those, that's their entire email sequence, right? There's nothing bad with this. The only thing bad is you won't be making the kind of money you should be making, right? And that's because once people get into your email list, there are some that will buy straight away, right? Fine. So, which is why I said it's not bad to have 3 emails, but if you really want to have more money coming from that email sequence and you want it to perform better, because welcome email perform a minimum of 3x times than other flows in your welcome email. It will perform 3x more than any flow that you have in your email sequence. So if you are not doing it right, you're losing a lot of money, and that's one way to actually lose that kind of money if you are not implementing. So having those 3 emails or just 2 emails or just one, we've seen brands that only have just one email, is a way to that undermines the performance of that email. And you want to, we always advise people, brands, to increase it to a minimum of 10. And this is the reason some people won't buy immediately because, of course, especially in the skincare supplement world, where there is a lot of skepticism from the customers. They now know that they are now more enlightened. They want to know the safety of the product. They want to know the origin of the ingredients. They want to know how effective the ingredients are and all that. So they are very skeptical, and they've used different products that probably didn't give them the result they wanted. So they felt like, okay, I just want to check out this brand first. I want to be sure this will actually work for me. So they need some kind of education. They need some kind of trust building and all that to actually pull the trigger, unlike those ones that they just came in straight up, they just bought your stuff. So these are kind of people these people are the ones that will be buying in probably the 7th, the 8th, the 10th email. So how will they buy if they don't get those emails? That's why your email, you need to uh, lengthen the email flow so that you can actually address so many touch points, the reviews, the testimonials from people like them who have used it, case studies. You want to show them the origin story, the mission of your brand, and all that. You want to let them know, you want to build that trust. You want to build that trust to actually get them to trust your brand and buy the product. So another one that we found is not sending, leaving too much time in between, right, before sending another email. Like, for example, you get into an email list, they send you the welcome email, and it takes them up to 3 to 4 days, 5 days before sending the second email, right? And after sending the second email, it still takes them after another 4 to 5 days before sending another. This is actually a way. This is another common mistake that is very crucial when it comes to actually generating the kind of results that you want, the kind of revenue that you truly should be having with your email. And that's because people who opted into your email opted in because they want to know more about your brand, right? So not sending them email. Don't forget that not sending, if you are not sending these customers email, another brand is sending them email that is staying top of mind every time. So look at this way. If you are running an ad, let's say you are just running a Facebook ad or whatever ad you're running, Google ads and all that. Do you send do you put your product in front of those customers once and probably wait, you shut off the ad, and after like 4 days you put it on back, you shut it off again? No, you don't do that. You don't do that with Google ads. You make sure you are always in front of them. The ads run for months, sometimes weeks, sometimes months. That's to actually stay top of mind of your audience, right? So you want them to be thinking about your brand. And why won't you be doing something like that with your emails? Some people, from what we've um, experienced from different brand owners, they feel like, okay, I don't want to be sending my emails to most of my customers. I don't want to piss them off. I don't want to. That's because if you are sending an email that pisses your customers off, it's because you are not sending emails that they get value from. You are not sending email that resonates with them. You are not sending emails that benefits them. So, and you are not sending email that is engaging, right? So the way to actually overcome I don't know what is actually to understand your customer and to send them emails based on what they resonate with, based on what actually gives them a lot of value, right? If you get value from something, you don't want to leave that stuff, right? So that's why you need to be sending this. And these people are most excited when they get into your email. And that's why you should be sending these emails to them and getting them engaged to actually buy your product. Another thing we found that is the fact that a lot of brands don't include their story. They don't share their story with their new customers, right? You want to treat your new subscribers like they are human, right? So you want to put that human connectivity into it. You want to actually show them that you are human. You want to share your origin story, why you came up with the brand, right? You want to include that this platform, story selling, that we call it story selling, right? So if you can include your story, it builds some deeper connection with them, because you will resonate with them on a deeper level, because the reason why you came up with that brand or with that product is the same reason most of your customers is the same problem most of your customers are having right now. That now this problem, this is what you were facing, this is what I was facing, this is what I found in the market that is not in the market, that I actually felt like, okay, there are a lot of people who need this, and that is why I created this product and all that. These are ways to actually ensure that your welcome emails performs better. So including your story, not just sending a congratulatory message, thank you for signing up into our email list, this is your offer. You want to share with them your story, the origin story of your brand. You want to, even if you're not including it in the first email, you should be including in the second email. You don't want to miss that, right? So actually build that rapport. You have to build that deeper connection with them. Another thing we've seen is not having a deadline. Not having a deadline. You want to include a sense of urgency with your email. People won't take action if they are not if they know they are not going to lose what you are giving them. So you want to create that urgency. You want to create that fear of missing out. If you don't take action right now, you won't be eligible to this 15% off after today and all that. So these are some of the things that you should be including in your welcome email. So another thing you should be including is an offer. There are a lot of brands I've seen that there is no offer, that they have no offer in their email. Like they just tell you shop now. Okay, welcome to our email, stuff like that. Here is what these are some of our products and shop now, right? No offer in the email. They just, and having an offer makes your email convert better than your than emails, welcome emails without offer, right? And don't forget that your first goal with your new subscribers is to make that first is for them to make that first purchase. It's 5 times easier to sell someone that is already a customer than a prospect, right? So you want to ensure that the first thing your first goal is to make them to buy that stuff immediately. So that's why you need to give them an offer that actually triggers them to actually take action immediately. So the sixth one is deliverability issue. So the sixth one is, if this is another problem that is very crucial, because if your email is not landing in the primary inbox, it is a huge loss for your brand, right? Because most of your customers won't be seeing your emails, and if they are not seeing your emails, they won't be taking action, because they won't be opening your emails, and they won't even know what is in your email. And so landing in spam folder or sometimes promo tab is something that affects the performance of your welcome email drastically, and you don't want to allow that. And that's why we always one of our strategy to actually get generating more revenue for our skincare customers is to actually ensure that your email lands in the primary tab. Is the last aspect of our framework that we use to actually generate we call it the deliverability, right? So to actually ensure that your email lands in the primary inbox, you're not landing in the spam folder, to actually ensure that more of your customers read your emails. Because without your customer reading your email, all we've talked about in the first all the other if you even correct all the other mistakes, they won't still be seeing your email. And the goal is for them to see your email to actually ensure that all these are in place to generate the right revenue you should be generating from your welcome email. So I will just do a recap. So 6 common mistakes that we found from brands that is stopping them from generating the kind of revenue that they should be generating. Is number one, they're not following up enough. Number two, they wait too long to actually send another email. They are not using deadline in their email. That's another number 3. Number 4, they are not using offer. They are not giving an offer in their email. Number 5, they are not sharing their story. And number 6, they are not getting delivered their emails are not getting delivered in the primary inbox. They are landing in spam folder. So these are the 6 common mistakes that we found that most brands are making, that is making them lose a lot of money with their welcome emails flow. So fix all this, and you're sure to generate your welcome email. If you have any questions about emails, your email sequences, or your deliverability issue, my name is Ibrahim Yusuf. This is what I do, and I'll help you fix that. Bye.